Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Lost his credentials. Why? I guess I don't need
May
them,
luck
but
be with you.
I'm on Olympus now. Okay, so I can get out of here proper. What? Whose leg is that? What the hell? What is that? Forgive me. Now I am curious. I wish to figure out what that is. I'm going to take a moment to load up the free cam. You'd think I would just start this when I start the game every time, but no. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if that is an artifact based on where the camera is or based on where the character is. I guess we'll find out in a second, huh? I think it's the camera. Oh, no. Oh. Now I can't tell. Damn. Yeah, they know pirate slang. Maybe it's just because they're on a ship. Maybe their captain does. Nah, see, now I can't even find it anymore. Lame. Oh, well, here's a free cam of this area. Look at that. Look at that nice blue moon, or blue stripes. A little nebulae across there. Our ship. Interesting how some things are modeled on the outside and some aren't. I guess maybe you could see these bulbs. The lights coming in, they have lights on the outside facing in, so they look like they're lit up. Alright, let's get out of here. No phantom legs this time? No. That's so weird. I wonder what it was. I'm getting really hungry, but I think I got another hour in me. Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. Oh, am I encumbered? People are dead. Okay, it's a vending machine.
Oh, looks like we missed all the fun.
Phantom Space Leg. Yeah, I think I saw that movie. Was that J.J. Abrams? Damn, how do I have so much carry weight? What am I carrying that's so much weight? That's 15 pounds. I'll never use that many, though. I should just sell most of them. That's not even a pound. Not even a pound. Old-fashioned rocket gummies. Ah. Bobby pins, yeah. I guess maybe I just have enough small stuff. I don't know. matter. Half of them do the same thing as everything else. Oh, I probably shouldn't have sold those on my Adrenas. So I think I just fucked over my healing. No, I still have a lot of them. All right. We'll be fine. Still, we only went down to 185. Where is the rest of the weight? Is it in mods? Oh, it's all in mods. I didn't realize mods weighed anything. What's going on, Evil? All right, let's sell some of these. I don't need 11 of these. Trying to keep 3 or less of these, I guess. 16 gyro sites. All right, yes, that's exactly why. That's exactly why we fucking have no weight. Okay. Fucking inventory management, the game. I don't use any. I should just not keep any of the grips. I should just get rid of. I don't modify any melee weapons. Oops. Hopefully I didn't need those. All right, there's some weight back. Do these weigh anything? No. Thank God these don't weigh anything. Could you imagine? All right. Easy to store on my ship? I don't really. I haven't stored anything in my ship so far.
Done.
And back to picking shit up. Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. Terminal access. Welcome, K Marine. Reception log. Day 1 through 110. As per my required duties, I am keeping a visitor's log. Day 1, no visitors. Day 2, no visitors. Day 3, no visitors. Day 161. Day 61. Sometimes we experience long power outages. Sitting in the dark, listening to the storm beat at the walls. I've got a lot of time to think. It begs to be let in, while I would pay to be let out. Day 108, no visitors. 109, still no visitors. Day 115. Why are there a bunch of tailless sprats running about? This facility doesn't have a sprat catcher on the roster. Maybe I should file a request with acquisitions for one. Teacup Candids are famed for their ability to hunt sprats after all, and for keeping people company. Day 116, no visitors. Day 117, no visitors. Can't finish my game of solitaire. Someone stole a handful of the cards from my deck. Day 118, desk unmanned. Unsuccessfully hunted for the missing card. Day 157, candid request was denied. Day 158, we've run out of caffeinoid. Our first restocking shipment isn't set to arrive until the new fiscal year. I guess that delivery will mark the facility's first visitor. Now, there's something to look forward to. Day 159. Did some digging in the system records. It turns out our supplies are set to be delivered by, get this, a crew of auto mechanicals. Day 185. Thought I heard the knocking. Thought I heard knocking on the front door, but it turned out to be some thunder. Always thunder. Funny how it can sound like so many different things. From a boom, a crack, a snap, knocking, laughing, screams. Day 277. I've started venturing outside. At first, I worried something fierce about all the lightning strikes. Sometimes the electromechanical turbine goes on the fritz without warning. But I'm out of cards and out of caffeinoid, and there's not much else to do. Day 301. Turns out I no longer need to feel safe. What I need is to feel alive. Outside, the wind howls like a raging god, and the rain stabs into my throat like 1,000 tiny little needles. Tiny frozen needles. And in that pain, well, I feel so very alive. Day 322. My many and varied attempts to trigger an on-site inspection from Special Committee for Auditing and Management have failed. Day 353. Sometimes when I look over the ledge, I think about what it would feel like, how easy it'd be to simply tip forward, to plummet, with all these clouds kissing my face, to fall away from the storm, to smile, then break. Oops. Is that the receptionist or is that somebody else? No, it's a scientist.
Everything's going to be okay. Just breathe, Kelly. Everything's going to be all right.
Determination repeatedly buzzed the intercom button. See, all these things I can't do because I don't have the skills. Open the door. You're standing pretty close to the speaker, you know.
Who's out there?
What's determination? A stat. Persuade 60. I'm the captain of my own ship. Open up and I'll get you away from Olympus.
Really? I would be indebted to you for life. But how do I know I can believe you?
I have a very trustworthy face.
I'll have to come out to assess it myself. Hold on. I'm opening the door.
Oops. I don't think it's a joke stat. No. I just never put any points into it. Yes, the fee for talking to me is letting me take all your items.
Let me just catch my breath. I swear, my heart's trying to punch its way out of my chest. Law, I'm so lucky.
Oh, it's a receptionist.
I know it sounds crazy, but a little while back, I'd been gearing myself up to take a long walk off a short turbine platform. Then the security mechanicals broke out into a massacre, and I realized I really want to live. How can I help you help me get out of here?
I've got a ship. Need lift out of here?
Do I ever?
All right,
Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your hair in no time.
go get in the ship. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll just hide in a crate or something.
Is that their
You won't
excuse for
even
not
know I
having
was
her on the
there.
ship when you move around?
Here, this is my official laboratory headgear. I won't be needing it anymore, so it's
Cell
all yours.
stability monolens. Thanks, I guess. I can't ask her any questions, can I?
Believe me when I say I can't board your ship fast enough.
Oh, there we are. Who are you?
I'm Kelly Marine, the receptionist. And before you ask, I wasn't manning the visitor's desk when the mechanicals went haywire, 'cause no one comes here. Not ever. Not since all us station workers were dropped off at the start of the project a year ago.
Except for me.
Right. Heck of a time for our first and only visitor to show up. Speaking of, why are you here?
I'm looking for Dr. Jasper Law.
If I had to guess, you'd probably find his body either in his office or the labs. Or heck, he could have been on the toilet. I don't know. No bones about it, he was the smartest of us all. Maybe he evaded the Automex too.
Appreciate the tip. I'll check Jasper's office.
Watch yourself out there. If it's all the same to you, I'll just sneak my way onto your ship where it's safe. Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your hair in no
yes.
time.
Please use that voice line again. I have questions.
How can I help you help me get out of here?
Why is everyone dead?
Pink slip protocol.
The company decided to terminate its team? Why?
How should I know? I just monitor the front desk. Well, except for the last couple of days when I've been hiding out in here. If you work at OOPS, you're doing research and development. If we're not researching or developing fast enough, the protocol's there to put the fear in us. Somebody messed up. When one of us makes a mistake, the whole facility pays for it. I know it sounds harsh, but it was in our contracts and everything.
I think they're saying sneak on because, and she mentioned hiding in crates or whatever, because they don't want to make her be on the ship. Like, for you to find her on the ship. Like, she's gonna get onto the ship and just like despawn forever or something. Hold on, this place is called Oops?
Yep. Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. Auntie Cleo's naming and branding department's the best in Halcyon.
Yeah. What do you mean about taking a walk off the turbine? No, what's the purpose of this facility? What are you making?
I'm not making anything. The research team, they were brewing up some improvement to Auntie Cleo's anthracillin. Science stuff isn't really my area, though, so I don't know more than that.
Why don't we have an automechanical come pick her up? What do you mean about taking a walk off the turbine platform?
Just a feeling I got. Every day was the same as every other day. I felt like I was stuck in a circle, you know? Started imagining what it'd be like to break that circle. Station goes in a circle around the planet, so what if I just dropped off the edge? But after what I've seen, after what happened, I don't want that anymore. I want to live.
Alright, wait here. That's not waiting. That's doing the stanky leg off to the ship.
This thing's orbit is stable, right? Ada checked before we docked? Captain?
Sam, escort her to the prisoner. the prisoner hold.
That was quick.
That's lame. Why can't it just fight for me? With that one. What's the point of hacking if they don't follow you or help out? Oh, it comes back? Oh, what's the point of that at all then? Fuck that. Hack turned off automechanicals to scramble them. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I don't see anything about making them fight for you, unfortunately.
Take you!
It would be nice. I'm thinking like BioShock hack, you know what I mean? Where like, you know, not the mini game specifically, but how cool would it be to have them chill out behind you and, you know. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're playing stealth, that wouldn't be a bad thing to be able to hack and turn them off for a minute so you can stealth past them or whatever, but...
Damn, that's some nimble fingers, Captain.
It wasn't really worth it to do that, but whatever. Turbine platform keycard, alright. that robot was decommissioned. I think.
Won't do it all. Imbecile.
Oh, he's still alive.
Shush. No talking. Concentrating. Damn it. I almost had it. The formula was in my mind and I almost had it. I was so close to a breakthrough, I could practically taste it. You really did pick the worst time to manifest.
What formula are you talking about?
Sky High, my magnum opus of psychostimulants. I feel like I've already explained this to the last hallucination. Oh, hang on. I see what's happening. You're real. Ergo, not a hallucination. This is interesting. I have several questions for you. Let's start with the obvious. Who are you, and how are you even alive?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. What happened here?
No, you don't. There's nothing interesting in the chem lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all. Gorgon is a featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The chem lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead.
Sounds familiar. Someone's been warning me to stay off of Gorgon.
Well, it wasn't me. I've been stuck in this place for ages. In any case, it's becoming obvious you're not listening to sensible warnings. If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want. The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
Sounds like one of those problems you could fix on your own.
No, I'm not stepping out of my lab. Not under any circumstances. I can't bear to look at what's out there. Take the elevator to the storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want.
Alright, fine. Okay. Well, this is our last level up then. What do we want to do with it, huh? Wasted on dodge, yeah. Every 20 is a new thing, so anything that's close to a 20 marker would be the obvious one. I guess I could get medical to 60. That's it. That's the only one that's close enough to 20. It'd have to be something that ended in a I get block to 20. I don't use block though. I get sneak. No, I can't get sneak. I have 8, not 9. I guess hack. And why is it an odd number? Now I can't get another perk point. That's not true. I can get one. I get one more by taking one more flaw. It still has an XP bar. Actually, it does say how much needed to level too. Maybe it does go past 33. Is it possible that whatever you're reading was wrong? Oh, I hear the storm. Is the like the thunder sounds? Dr. Lowe's Sky High mix. A small dose of highly potent caffeinoid. It will reduce the cost of actions during TTD by 80% for the duration. Wow. That's not bad if you gotta do a lot of TTD stuff. Splash resistant. Yeah, it looks splash resistant to me. Yeah, there's shit over here too. Olympus Orbital Station keycard. Alright. Good to know. Password disabled. Notice, password input disabled. Too many failed password attempts. So what? You just failed to put your password in a certain amount of time, it just disables the password prompt? Last login. Perfect recall. When numbers and letters were swimming around on the page. And the time doesn't help with the horse fucking shit passwords. Incoming messages. From Emora, subject, the last and lethal. Something. It doesn't. You know, where's the subject? Oh, the last and lethal warning. Pink slip protocol will be coming. Progress reports. Advisory notice to the lead chemist at the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. No satisfactory results have been submitted in 11 months, pursuant to clause 0059-PSP-733.25. If measurable and material proof of progress are not approved within 31 days, station personnel may be found to be in dereliction of duty. As a result, could be prematurely terminated. Does that mean at one point you'll be terminated anyway? Anti-Cleo's corporate headquarters special committee for auditing and management. Who cares about your health more than Anti-Cleo? Nobody. Postscript. Jas, my darling genius. As you are now well aware, I must humbly regret to inform you that my exhaustive efforts to protect that beautiful, oversized brain of yours, and consequently its nefarious agenda, are in fact failing faster than your rumored last project on Gorgon. I repeat, the corporate hounds are onto your dodgy scent, and it's made them thirst and bay for blood. If I cannot supply the executive floors with tangible, undoctored results, and soon, I'm heartbroken to report that Pink Slip Protocol will be initiated by a majority vote, and the project will be scrubbed, wholly and completely. I trust you understand the full weight of what that means. One canned project is an embarrassment of epic proportions. Twice is unforgivable. Please, 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 I'm begging on bended knees, send me a working prototype. At this stage, even a fatally flawed one will do. Save yourself and your lab coats before this reflects poorly on my permanent record. Eternally yours, at least until the next failed delivery milestone. Your Chief Efficiency Inspector, Dr. Mora. Outgoing messages. To Emora, subject, last and lethal, blah blah blah. Read that postscript. Nora Mora, my once darling. As you are likely now well aware, I don't want you to beg. I don't want you to on a bended knee. I don't want anything except to feed this infernal, indefensible, insatiable need. I'm so close, so very near the cusp of salvation. Then and only then will I send that blasted Anthrochillin Plus, a luxuriously simple modification I could formulate in my sleep, were I ever able to sleep. No longer yours, no longer anyone's, but that elusive and fleeting embrace of chemical virtuosity. With regret, Jasper. You understand, do not, darling? From the very first test, from that very first accursed step, every path, every infinitely random dice roll of emerging cosmic routes was leading us this destiny. So what? He's saying basically he could just fucking make it, but he can't because he's trying to do something else? Why? Fool. Draft 2 scam. Subject venting. Do not send. Pink slip protocol. Really, you hullheads went there? Never would I have thought you'd stoop so low, or more accurately, be so moronic as to cut off your own noses to spite your faces. True, the project was delayed, but we all know I would have delivered more than adequate results eventually once I'd ascended to the highest peak of my genius. We were less than months away. Not that I'd expect a pea-brained layman to understand. Nora is wasted on you lot. I'm wasted on you lot. Send message. Unable to send message. Reason 2400B. Lack of power from the facility's primary source. Okay. So I just gotta turn on the generator and then I can send it.
Great work.
Well, they said they had tailless sprats in here. Nice ammo. Oh, thank you. Have you seen my other ammo? Or my other ammo? No, ammo does not have weight, thank God. At least not in this mode. Maybe the hardcore mode does. Not what I meant to do.
Look at us!
You guys maybe
No problem. I'll head over.
go over there and don't fucking shoot anything. Not that it matters. I mean, fucking... We're gonna get into a fight either way.
Here we go!
I don't know why that didn't kill it in 2 shots. The rest of them died in 2 shots. I like how there's one more over here somewhere that isn't in this room, so it didn't aggro. So did they? No, they didn't release. All right, release.
Heading back.
Storm cannon. Burn. It's electricity. It's it's an electricity cannon and has burn as a. I mean, I guess electricity can burn you, but ooh. Oh, a nice look into my arm. Thank you. That's pretty cool. Look at that. It's weird how some of the ship's modeled and some of it isn't. But look at the nice lightning storm. I wonder if they modeled the Unreliable. I guess not. You would have flown inside the ship, right? That's... You got... I just want to take like an hour video of this, the lightning strike, and like loop it. What's going on, Zen? How you doing? Disable Sentry Hostility Protocol. The hostility protocol for Mechanical Sentry assigned to the command deck is currently disabled. Please ensure all human resources have been properly disposed of in Anti-Cleo's biorecycle containment units. A team shall arrive to close down the lab and recycle functioning equipment in the next 90 days. Continue. Site Safety Engineer Log. From the manual. In the unfortunate event of a necessitated? Necessary? Necessitated. Oh my god. One of those words. Downsizing. The most senior site safety engineer, or the sole member on assignment, shall initiate, by mandate of Anti's corporate headquarters, the Pink Slip Protocol Manufacturer's Directive, included within all auto mechanicals stationed at the facility. Oh, God. You don't see the Unreliable alerted at the start of the game? What, at the start of this area? No, you don't. You just see a door, so that would make sense. I just wonder if there's like... They modeled a lot of the ships so that if you look out a window, sometimes you could see it, but I guess not in this case. From the site safety engineer. Sit there and guard the red button, they said. Sounds like an easy paycheck, I said. I'm not going to live in a secret lab in the middle of a gas giant storm-riddled atmosphere, my ex-wife said. No one told me I'd eventually have to press the button I was guarding, the Pink Slip Protocol button. That final choice between diligent duty, or my friends. On second thought, let's be honest, they were never my friends. Once I've disabled the protocol and scrubbed the labs, I'll ask corporate for reassignment. I hear Emerald Vale's nice this time of year. So his job is to guard the button, the kill everybody button, and then push it if they need to? Why can't that just be done remotely? Why do they need to kill everybody? The following complaints have been filed with the Site Safety Engineer's Office. Regarding sprat tails and coffee. Complaint. Whoever keeps cutting off sprat tails and dropping them in the innocent, unguarded cups of coffee needs to cut it out, or I'll cut off something of yours next. It's not funny and I'm tired of cleaning up coffee-colored vomit. Reporter. Junior Custodial Assistant Gracie G. Goldmine. Or Gracie G. Goldmane. Regarding lost cards. Complaint. Missing Queen of Hearts, 5 of Clubs, all aces, and the 3, 7, 8, 9 of spades. Last seen on my desk in a solitaire spread. Reward if found. A friendly game of whist? Even if not returned, we can make do. Really, come play with me. Betting not required. Or we can place bets if you'd rather. I've got a couple packets of sugar-free 0% sweetener left. I could barter. Reporter, Receptionist Kelly. Regarding power outage thefts. Complaint. Some thefts have been happening each time the power goes off, and the power keeps going off for longer each time. Coincidence? I think not. Folks are getting antsy as the year and the storm stretches, and that makes them mean. Reporter, SSE George, self-report. Return to route. Thanks. Also, wouldn't pushing that button kill him? He made it sound like he would come in here and like turn it off and be reassigned, but he's a human here, no?
I usually just kick them down.
True, but I'm not sure what do they think the Pink Slip Protocol is, I guess, is the question. Reassignment, maybe, and they didn't realize they would die, but why do you need a button for reassignment like that? Whoa, good camera spin. Ooh. Food addiction. You can't seem to stop yourself from eating, even food that's bland or horribly flavored. Not eating often will cause withdrawals. What? No. I didn't even eat anything. I just picked it up. No? There is no instant eat command. If there was, I would just instant eat everything because there's no point in saving any of the items.
Nice work, Captain.
I think you eat every time I heal, so unless they're putting food into that, which you do put ingredients into that, but unless that's actually physically counting as eating.
Here we go.
Thank you for running right in front of me. I don't know. I suppose it counts as eating. The flaws in Skyrim you'd have used for hundreds of apples, carrots, cabbages, cheese wheels, and wine bottles. Yeah, right? I mean, basically what happens, if you don't know, is you stick shit... Excuse me. You combine the Adreno with these items, and you inhale it in your inhaler. I only have 8 more uses? What happened to all my uses? I think I did sell all the items that I used to inhale. I should probably go find that vending machine and buy them back. Oh, this is the entrance. How convenient. Now, what was it that I need to get? Was it the Adreno? Buy 37 and see if that changes anything. They're pretty unappealing, to be honest. I really only took 2 and I don't really care for them. Okay, yeah, it was those. Okay. Yep, Madrina. I took drug addiction. So whenever I am not on drugs, I have a -1 to dexterity, a -1 to perception, and a -1 to temperament. I also took corrosive weakness, so I take 25% extra corrosive damage. In exchange for 2 perk points. That's about it. Not really worth it, considering at the end I was like, what should I use my perk points for? I couldn't figure it out. Alright, now I have all my inhaler uses back, and I should sell stuff on me here, actually. bonus to extra headshot weakness damage. Trying to be more judicious about what I pick up. .360 no scope.
Hell of a job.
So you can see in the top left corner, I have that little icon here. This. So I have carbohydrates. So I have 200% natural health regen. Once that runs out, I'm gonna go into withdrawal, which means I'll have all those negative effects I had mentioned. Oh, is that just a big circle? Yeah, it is. To be honest, I don't even think about it most of the time. It's not really quite worth it, I guess, if you will. I don't think I would want 2, just because it's a pretty big negative debuff. But like, I do have a negative, I think a -4 applied to my shooting right now. Because of addiction. Not right now, but let's see. Yeah, I guess I don't right now. No, I don't. Yeah, I get a -4 whenever the stuff runs out and I get addicted. Or I go through withdrawal, excuse me. Which is fine. A sweet carb high, yeah, dude. Oh, give me another piece of bread, dude. Oh. I gotta sniff that bread. You know more than others. Auntie relies on your discretion. Oh. What? Oh, T is melee. I forgot about that. Jesus, that's a fast elevator. Holy shit. Oh, this is cool. That's why the ship's modeled out there. See, I told you.
Son of a terror. Is there a single planet in this fucking colony that ain't trying to kill us?
But then, that would be a good reason to model our ship. But it must have flown like inside one of the bays or something, I guess. Well, the default melee button was mouse button 5, I think, which is my mute button for OBS. So unless you want me to like cut in and out every time I go to fight somebody, I unbound it from that. Oh, that was the alternate for melee, excuse me. Diagnosis. Electromechanical turbine maintenance required. Activate. Electromechanical turbine status. Maintenance required. Tower status 1 offline. 2 offline. Alright. Of course, it's not so easy as going here to push a button. We gotta go push 3 buttons, really. What is that? Anchored circulating turret drone. Oh, bad reload time. You son of a bitch. Of all the fucking times to reload. that guy coming back? Yeah, he's coming back. Oh, wow. Wow, that is a bullet sponge. Holy shit. They're all bullet sponges. Holy fuck, I told you. I told you. There's too much. It's too much robots. I suppose a plasma weapon would be better, but none of my plasma weapons are nearly as good. Damn. Those two were literal bullet sponges. That was kind of surprising. I guess I should have been super surprised. I'm just glad that that fucking thing didn't get a chance to fire on me with its like minigun. Maybe it's your idea of adding challenge? Yeah, I suppose so, but if you didn't play as heavily, like I put a lot into guns, I feel like. You think it's bad against robots, really? Huh. Alright, well maybe I made the right choice. I played like medium heavy on the guns, not super heavy, but if you didn't play medium heavy on the guns, I could see having a little bit of a challenge with that one. Corrosive, interesting. Oh, there's more robots still. Alright, they just didn't want to join the fight, I guess. That means there's probably another one of those robots on the wall. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. That minigun one is really eating up everything. Let it finish reloading before I... Get up, Parvati. Come on. Did they even get it? Sort of. There we go. Teamwork.
Making it look easy.
After poo-pooing it for like 20 level ups, I finally got one of the last perks that I got was the one where if you use your inhaler, it would revive a downed teammate with 25% health. And I was like, it's useless, that's useless, that's useless. And I finally got it, and now I've been using it a few times, actually. Oh, this is 1.5. At least this isn't like the final BioShock Infinite fight. That was torture. I mean, it was a good fight, but it was torture, man. The long fight with all those automechs and all that stuff, and you gotta just keep moving, and isn't it timed? I forget. I don't remember if it's timed or not. Satisfying fight when you finish it, but boy, in the moment, you're just like, oh, come on. Shock Cannon Hyper. Yeah, I haven't gained any experience, so that must just stop you from gaining experience once you hit 33. Damn. It's kind of no point in like unlocking things now anymore because I don't really need anything else besides the experience. Security diagnostic. Status offline. Security turrets are non-operational due to critical errors. Well, could have told you that. Fucking things bit the dust. Alright, we got one more switch to throw. I guess maybe it's worth it for the bits to hack things. But activate turbine. Success.
You sure we can't hang around for a bit? I want to get a look at its innards.
Oh, wrong way. That's a pretty cool. Oh god, where is it? Oh, it comes from right over here. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's a pretty cool map, huh? At the top of a ship like this? Oh, like the 2D clouds. There you go. That's one. Where's my fucking... There. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the platform folds down? You know, the whole thing goes down like that and the very top piece like hinges so it flattens out on top of the back? I don't know. Maybe it retracts straight down into itself, but it doesn't look like that. That's pretty cool. Let me, turn my HUD back on. Alright, well, come on. Oh, it's so fast. I don't expect it to be so fast. Wait. Oh, can you die from... No, you can't seem to get hurt. Oh. God, I wonder if they turn off its fall damage on elevators. You could jump really freaking high.
Facilities back on the grid, and my pipes again floweth with the sweet, sweet essence of my salvation. I suppose I have you to thank for realigning the machine. Of course, Jasper, you imbecile.
It's done. Now get me inside the chem lab.
You'll need my voice to get into the chem lab. I'm obviously not coming with you, so I'm giving you a recording of my dulcet speech.
Oh,
This
nice.
recording should get you into the chem lab. I hope whatever you're after is worth the trauma. I wouldn't go back there if I was higher than the mercury levels in a can of salt tuna. Wait, take my gun while you're at it. If you end up dying on Gorgon, there's a non-zero chance I'll feel partially responsible. Neither of us want that.
I need help with the security in the chem lab. You know that place better than anyone else.
Die, perhaps? Automechanical sentries are generally programmed to ignore corpses. I don't like the idea of going back to that place. To that life. Yes, I know it's not me risking my throat gallivanting around Gorgon. It's you, for whatever madcap reasons you've got. I've helped you once, and I don't feel great about it. I made a clean break from Gorgon, and now it feels like you're asking me to tether myself back to that place.
You know that incriminating letter on your terminal. It'd be a shame if someone sent it.
I knew I should have deleted those letters. Of all the hull-headed things
Glad
I've
I saw
done while
that.
inebriated, writing subversive messages to my old manager's ranks somewhere in the middle. Here, my personal security keycard. There's a hallway near the processing room. It leads to a security terminal. Use this keycard to unlock the hallway and disable security.
I want to ask you about Project Gorgon.
Even if I wanted to talk about Project Gorgon, I couldn't. All my memories of Gorgon are intact, but they're in disarray. Like a book with its pages shuffled. Making sense of those memories requires clarity of mind. Clarity that only Sky High gives me. To tell you everything I know, I'd have to be dangerously euphoric.
Can I give him Sky High? One hit won't hurt, buddy.
All right. Just one inhale. Easy does it, Jasper. Have you ever seen a lake as still and clear as a mirror? That's how my mind feels right now.
He has Italian. What really happened in the chem lab?
The disaster at the chem lab was my fault. I tested adrenotime on primals. I decimated my own research team. And I was a coward. I locked myself up in isolation. I told myself that I needed silence and solitude to perfect my formula for Sky High. But the truth is that I was ashamed.
What's so important about Sky High?
Nothing. Everything. I told myself I needed a drug to help me focus, help me work. The weight of guilt crushed my capacity to work, but if I didn't work, then I was worthless. Adrenotime was like that. It was designed and marketed as a necessity, an elixir of productivity. It made you feel guilty for not using it, and then hurt you when you used it. I'm starting to lose sight of my own thoughts. Entropy reasserts itself in the palace of my mind. The high never lasts more than a few moments.
You could use Sky High again, Jasper. Clear your mind.
I suppose you're right. I do need to relax.
We're gonna cause this guy to OD.
And just like that, the demons of my mind have all gone silent.
What's going on, Frey? How you doing? I'm after Dr. Ambrose's journal. What's so important about it?
The author, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, was one of the most brilliant minds in Halcyon. She wouldn't have kept a journal for something as tawdry as mere sentiment. Dr. Ambrose never made it out of Gorgon alive. That's the sort of thing that happened to the project's best minds.
It's going all right.
They were killed. They turned marauder. Or they became me.
Come on, Jasper. Where's all that self-confidence?
Gone. Like smoke in a breeze. Sky High clarifies my mind, and I can see that my confidence was only ever an illusion. I never had the courage to tell Dr. Ambrose that I admired her dedication to her work. I never had the courage to stand up to corporate on behalf of my staff. I'm starting to lose sight of my own thoughts. Entropy reasserts itself in the palace of my mind. The high never lasts more than a few moments.
Oh man, we can't do it again. Can you at least tell me the formula for adrenotime?
Surely you jest. Even were I inclined to teach you, which I am not, you wouldn't be able to replicate an alternative to Compound X. The compound is derived from the metabolic waste of xenocytes, a microbial life form growing beneath the surface of Gorgon. However, they're accursedly sensitive to their ecosystem.
No xenocytes means no compound X. No compound means no adrenotime.
Exactly. When Project Gorgon was active, corporates' varied attempts to port xenocytes off-world killed them. Every time. And even were one able to cultivate xenocytes in a petri dish, they'd need millions to refine even a dash of the compound. We mined immense amounts of Compound X directly from subterranean caverns in Gorgon. So you see, there is no adrenotime without Project Gorgon.
What's that draft message on your office terminal all about?
Did you snoop through my things? And just admit it to me. You do have gall, I'll give you that. Look, I keep a draft on my terminal where I vent my occasional frustrations with upper management. It's honestly one of my less detrimental
Gorgonzola, yes.
coping methods, as I am not
'Cause he's
stupid
Italian.
enough to fill out the name in the address field.
I should go. Oh yeah, he's really contemplating it now. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay. Mark him at that door, right? Oh boy. I didn't think it was that far of a fall. I forgot. We almost nuked ourselves out of orbit there. All right. So let's get back to Gorgon then, yeah?
We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
Thank you, Ada. It's going all right. We're working through the DLC right now. We're basically at the end of the main story, but from what I understand, once you complete the story, the game's over. There's no like after game. So we're doing this here, and then we're gonna go to the end of the game.
Wow. Look at those stars. Don't it make you feel small in the best way?
There is one more DLC, but it's not out yet. All right, so we have to go. Right. The chem lab. Okay, so that's the chem lab. I still don't get why this is split up into two different ones, but. And then. Right. Okay. So last time I was here, we spawned in like right next to Marauders, so we'll see what happens here. Yep. Oh, good. We have that bug where the audio just disappears. Or not. Okay, it came back. They get really fast when they're high. Also, the guy just said we can't make any more because of those xenobites or whatever the hell they are in the ground that we need to harvest. But there's like so much. There must be like a huge stashes. Everybody has. I just sold like 300 pieces of it or something. All right, there's also an audio log in here, I believe we're trying to find. Because of corporate, maybe. There was a science check we didn't have enough science to do, so maybe we could have disputed with him. Who knows?
Show your boss that you are prime.
This place is a wreck, though.
Oh my law. What is that smell?
Let's make this quick, please.
What, you don't like running through the sewer? Ah, yes. Sewer drugs.
Welcome to Human Emporium Arlington, the Spacer's Choice facility. My name is Dr. Marion Blakeslee, and I'd like to congratulate you all on this important milestone. Each of you will be practice something ready. Together, we will walk and establish the always.
Our brightest minds did their dirtiest work here. We made puppets out of people and tested them until they broke. Walk softly, Captain. Some of them still live here, and they hate to be disturbed.
I reckon we've seen the worst of Halcyon already. How bad could this be?
No, please. Unless there are mana queens stalking the halls here, I think we'll be fine.
There's an art to making glitchy audio. And I really admire that art. Not that guy's voice. But the voice of the announcement before him. It seems like such a small thing. Like, yeah, just make it glitchy, but like I've used a couple of programs that are supposed to, like, you know, randomize and make things glitchy. They never sound nearly as good as anything like that. Usually what I do is I run it through several different times and then recombine it with the original and cut and paste, you know what I mean? But incoming messages from Blakeslee M. Subject, safety protocols. To all personnel, safety protocols. In order to minimize damage to company property and or personnel, please observe the following guidelines during the volunteer induction process. 1. Do not touch and or handle test subjects. Please defer to security personnel. 2. Avoid using inflammatory phrases or terms such as untested chemicals. Consider patented Spacer's Choice formula. Test subject. Consider valued employee. Cells. Consider living quarters. 3. Remind subjects that compliance is one of the requirements of their contract with Spacer's Choice. 4. Do not interrupt official Spacer's Choice communication and or marketing while directing volunteers. Architect's balls, is that all the guidelines? Look, these people are coming here from Tartarus. Don't let your guard down, and don't get friendly, and don't get close. If everyone does their job right, these volunteers will leave this facility as free and upstanding citizens. Dr. Marion Blakeslee, Testing Supervisor. From Blakeslee M. Subject, upcoming changes. To all personnel. In light of certain recent developments, our friends at OCI have generously provided us with advice and guidelines intended to ensure the best possible outcomes for our research here at Human Inquiry and Auditing. To that end, we will be establishing new testing parameters and volunteer preparation guidelines, effective immediately. These guidelines will be provided to you at your stations. I really would like to congratulate you all and what you've achieved so far. Keep your heads down and your minds focused on your work, and the rest will come easy. If you have any concerns, kindly forward them to my assistant, Benjamin Morley. Testing on slaves? I don't know if they're slaves. I think they're criminals, which you can argue is the same thing, I suppose, but you hate when people mince words like that? It just screams them hiding something. Well, obviously they're hiding something. It's turning people crazy. From Morley B. Test subject, 3 questions. Every volunteer means just that, Mr. Sonoda. We're entering a vital phase of the testing process, and that means every volunteer participates in the trials. It's all the more critical that we maintain careful records of the dosages involved, of course. We're counting on you for that. Benjamin Morley. Incoming messages. Outgoing messages. To Weaver J. Subject health. Weaver, have you seen my office keycard? It's the one. Is this one of your little tests? It's not funny. Security is already at full burn. They're gonna lose their bolts when they catch me taking a long way around to the facility areas. Please tell me it's sitting on your desk or something. Callie Sonoda, volunteer handler. Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. I think the distinction is being made for story reasons, not for other reasons, you know what I mean? That they were prisoners, not slaves, but at what point the line just doesn't exist at one point, you know what I mean? That could be easily one and the same. Oops, I don't want that. I shouldn't put my gun away. No, you know what? There's no hostiles around.
Show your boss that you are prime because you take
Volunteers my ass. These are cells.
It's so homey, almost. Whatever brought these folks here, they were just people. Same as us.
Oh yeah, for sure. They didn't meet their quota. They didn't poop with permission. You know, they had one too many drinks and couldn't pay it off. Because remember, all the drinks come out of their paycheck. Sure, defaulting on loans or like I said, anything you do, they're always like, oh yeah, come buy a drink. It comes out of your paycheck. You know, you do that one too many times and you don't have any money. You know, I don't think it matters that you're getting paid Friday.
Welcome, volunteers. This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and self-motivation skills. This is your time to shine. You may just find yourselves doing similar.
This is Gorgon, yeah.
Remember, compliance with all instructions from facility personnel is stipulated in the contracts.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good so far by me.
Here we go.
Interesting. So that wears off. I have a perk that lets your next hit be a critical after you kill somebody, but it seems like it wears off after 15 seconds or so. Damn, he's in a good spot. I can't get him.
We're pretty good at this.
Shut up. Damn robots.
We're in together.
It's the last one. I don't even know why I'm bothering. I have like 200 of those. You know what they should do? If they really wanted to have a level cap, once you hit 33 or whatever the cap is, you still gain experience. But once you hit the next level up, you have the option to reassign 10 points and a perk instead of get 10 new ones. And that way, you're not really gaining anything per se, but you can sculpt your build a little bit more. Refine it maybe. Maybe in the beginning of the game it's cool to have extra gun power, but now that we're at this point in the game, we can dial it back and go for more, you know, speech skills or something. I think that would be kind of cool. It would sure give some reason to late game experience. Yeah, no, once you reach a certain point, 30 in the base game or 33 with the first expansion, your experience just doesn't go up. Like if you look in here, XP to next level for 410,000, but my experience bar, oops, right here, and it's also top left, has just not grown. It's just a level cap. Unfortunate, but enter testing supervisor's passcode. Ah, that's the one we got from the ship we were on? I don't know. Or is that something we collected here?
So they like to watch too? Creeps.
Well, of course they'd want to watch the test subjects. What would the point be of doing a test if you didn't watch the test subjects? Prestige experience. Interesting. I haven't heard that term before, but that I get what they mean by that. You're no longer growing your character as in the strength of the character. You're sculpting the character. You know, taking away from something to build up something else. I mean, to be fair... Oh, hello. You can get pretty powerful.
How many subjects have to die before you decide to build a dedicated autopsy room?
There's no, you know, you can get powerful, but it's just, you kind of have to choose. You want to just be a powerful gun person, a powerful melee person? Do you want to have good speech skills? You know what I mean? Because you only have, I guess you could do the math in here if you wanted to do the math on this row, this column, and figure out exactly how many points you get at the end of the day. But there's only so many points that go around with that in that case, you know? And there's not even like there's other skills that give you extra points for anything, you know? Like some games, if you take high intelligence, you get extra perk points or skill points or whatever. I don't think this game does that, so you're kind of just locked into that final amount. Let's go downstairs. The maintenance access is downstairs. That's the only... Alright, let's clear out the other room then. If you go back to the ship to swap skills and perks, you're essentially locked. I mean, I can't swap skills right now or perks. Once you reach level 33 and you apply that last one, yeah, you're locked. But you can't undo anything either, so essentially every level you take, you're locked. You know what I mean? Hopefully I'm explaining that well. Oh, what is this? This is definitely like that Fallout with the aliens where they have like the test rooms. Main menu. Welcome user Johansson R. Please select from the following options. Observation logs. Compliance testing parameters. 1. Data entry. 2. Physical exertion mild. 3. Physical exertion strenuous. 4. Social exclusion. Hey, thanks for following me. 5. Sanctioned violence. Group SC-1 Initial Testing Phase 1. Subject SC-1A through K were given forms and written implements, and instructed to fill them out to corporate standards. Upon completion, forms were placed in an employer-sanctioned shredding device by a technician. Test was repeated. They just fill out forms to shred them? Observational notes. Volunteer 1D Kendall objected to further testing after completion of a second set of forms. Volunteer 1G after 5th. Volunteer 1B after 10th. Wait. Oh, I see. 1G after their 5th refused, and 1B after their 10th refused. No further objections from remaining volunteers. Volunteer SCE-1 Hobbs was discovered to be functionally illiterate and tagged for early advancement to the second phase of compliance testing. Objection from Volunteer SC-1D. Group SC-5, Initial Testing Phase 2. Subjects SC-A5 through K were given virtual demonstrations for multiple physical exercises. Note, thank you testing assistant Layman. Then instructed to replicate them in accordance with verbal instructions. Observational notes. Subject H5 complained of physical exhaustion after 5 minutes, missing numerous verbal cues. Subject A5, E5, and 5A, 5E, and 5K failed at around the 15-minute mark. Test was terminated after 30 minutes as the technician became too hoarse to provide instructions. Group SC-27, Mid-Range Testing Phase 3. Subjects are instructed to follow a closed circuit around a perimeter of the testing chamber for the duration of the test. At random intervals, technician is to provide vocal cues to reverse course. Observational notes. Of the 8 test subjects remaining in Group SC-27, 6 responded to verbal cues. Subject 63D became aggressive and was removed. Subject 63B collapsed 30 minutes into experimentation and was removed. Remaining subjects exhibited compliance with all verbal cues for the remainder of experiment. Technician's addendum. Observational data compromised due to equipment failure. Technician Embry S was found incapable of continuing operation due to incessant weeping. I think that's how you say it, right? Incessant? And was withdrawn / flags for disciplinary measures. Group 63, Late Stage Testing, Phase 4. Subjects are isolated and instructed to select one member of their experiment group for immediate removal from the volunteer program. Observational notes. Subject 63A volunteered 63F. Subject 63B was unresponsive for the duration of the testing session. Subject 63C deliberates for 5 minutes 36 seconds before volunteering 63E. Subject 63D was unable to recall the names and/or identification numbers of her fellows, but has volunteered each of them in turn, citing immediate need for additional Compound X injections. Yes, it's just Among Us. Subject 63E volunteers subjects 63F. So that's 2 for 63F. Subject 63F refuses to comply with instructions for duration of testing session. Subject 63G exhibits extreme confusion and extreme emotional distress, demanding morning injection. Technician's addendum. Time as of previous note is 1400 hours. Subject exhibits extreme aggression. Subject terminated. Group 87, Late Stage Testing, Phase 5. Subject is instructed to fire at shoulder of target. One industry standard fashion modeling assistive device, mannequin. Subject is not informed of nature of target. They gave him guns? Don't do that. Observational notes. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Test reset. Subject has fired at observation window. Automated security enabled. Test reset. Subject has fired at subject other. Automated security enabled. Test reset. Subject has fired at subject other. Automated security enabled. Test reset. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Test reset. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Technician's addendum. Subject unresponsive. Reset. Test reset. They didn't say which subject. They only have one left at that point. Oops. Messages. Incoming messages. Oh god, there's a lot in this terminal. Oh. From Blakesley M. Subject safety reminder. In light of certain incidents, I'd like to remind you all that it is paramount that we follow all Spacer's Choice guidelines regarding safety and security. Yes, you will suffer professional and financial consequences if you are found to be responsible for damaging company property. But here at HIA, attentiveness and recklessness also endanger highly limited company resources and threaten our overall production schedule. Think about what we are all here to achieve. Then consider whether you want to be one of the ones that let us down. Luckily, any and all injuries suffered by the volunteers this past week have been minor. all testing will proceed as scheduled. A reminder that all personnel are advised to report to the infirmary if they are experiencing any symptoms listed on Notice LeBlanc. On the Notice LeBlanc provided earlier this month. It is strongly suggested that you use all your allotted break to do this, as any losses to productivity will be reflected in your paycheck and/or indentureship agreement. Oh god. If you don't perform, you become a test subject. From Ruane A. Subject, just a question. Hey, you and Andre talk about tossball sometimes, right? Have you noticed anything different about him lately? I'm pretty sure he's been at his desk all night. I was going to congratulate him on his newfound productivity, but I took a look at his reports just now, and some of them have very basic formatting errors. Not like him at all. Maybe you could ask him about it? If something's wrong with his terminal, he should probably get it taken care of sooner than rather than later. 3. From Blakesley. Subject resets. If we're going to meet CIO's figures this month, we'll need to double our testing capacity over the next few weeks. To that end, I need everyone in observation to work with disposal to have the preparation time between tests. Have a volunteer exit at a jog if you have to. Just try not to let them see the bodies. From Hammond A. Subject Riri. Look, Embry lost his head because he couldn't keep up with the work. He was never going to amount to anything, and we all knew it. The surprise is why he lasted this long. I don't know why my reports are any of your business to begin with, but I know how to use a damn computer. I bet Weaver put you up to this. I've been working twice as hard as anyone else in this office this past month, and now she thinks I'm going to outpace her. But maybe it's simpler than that. These emails used to be a nuisance. Now I'm starting to think that maybe your loyalty is to some other corporation. Andre. Oops. Wasn't there outgoing messages too? Why can't I select outgoing messages? Uh-oh. What are you doing, game? Uh-oh. That's not good. We're stuck in the terminal. Wow, that's how far away your hands are? That's really not good. I don't want to go back to the last autosave. No, we're actually frozen. Wow, that kind of sucks. Fucking crazy terminal. Put me back somewhere before the terminal, but not too far away, please. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm frozen at this terminal, too. All right. Yeah, Todd's of influence on Obsidian. Give me 1 second. Let me restart the game. I just want to finish up this area. It would be nice if I could finish up this area. We're doing the cloud syncing of my saves. All right, now I can hit play. Just launching real quick. I hope that's not like catastrophic failure of computer save. I would not be happy. I know it's not sized properly. Hang on. The intro runs at 1080p and then the game runs at 720p. I'm gonna try and load that again. Maybe the engine just got stuck. This will unstick it. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, we know not to touch that terminal again. Hopefully there's nothing else on there we needed to know. glad to know I can still break games like the best of them. All right, Tasty, have a good night, man. I'm gonna be finishing soonish anyway. I want to try and do a little bit more in here. Well, looks like we're getting a fight. Holy shit. It just exploded into acid. Never seen anyone do that before. I like the concept that you can loot every item off of any part of anyone's body that separates from itself. You find his pinky toe? I could take his wallet. It's interesting. This looks like it's like a capture the flag or like a gun. Yeah, look. There's a target. Agony. Ooh, special gun. Effect execute. This tranquilizer gun was modified to not only kill, but liquefy afflicted targets' organs in a quick yet agonizing process. Its designer was promoted to Assistant Bureaucrat Liaison for her contributions to the field of marauder demotivation. A gun that liquefies your insides. Sounds like a radiation gun rather than a projectile gun. This totally reminds me of that area in New Vegas where you're like exploring the rooms with all the guys in them that went crazy. Shock cannon hyper. Someone thought it'd be a good idea to give these guys guns. I don't know who, but...
Okay, calm quiet.
Down they go!
Oh yes, do it right behind the wall so we can't see it. The best is when they get stunned and they're just laying there on the ground and everyone's just beating on them.
In a simulated working environment. As in any work environment, inattentiveness.
The hell are they doing with all these conveyors?
Oh, you interrupted the... No. So this was to simulate a production line. They'd have people work on the production line, looks like. There was a crate up there, but... Oh good, I hit a wire and bounced sideways. I'm beginning to get to the point where I feel like looking in crates is almost slowing me down. But I do need to find that phonograph recording. It's not going to be in a crate, but it's going to be out in the open somewhere. It's alright, before we leave the place, I'll turn on the map marker if we don't find it naturally. Ah, okay. This was a big circle. Very nice, okay. And thus, the factory tunnels are the only way forward.
I'm risking no more. I can't take this.
But why? Why? Who does this? What kind of monsters ran this place?
Ah, okay. This is right near the beginning. Good shortcut. Also, if you want to go Parvati, I mean you can, but tell Sam to come out. Welcome, Zaro W. Please select the following options. Messages. Incoming messages. From Sanvidal V. Subject, bet? I don't want to play anymore. Let's just do our jobs, okay? Oops. To Sandoval V. This week's bet. If we want to find any cubes or people, we can examine them in a minute. Alright, my 10 bits are on 32F. I know what you're thinking. He's so skinny. That's gotta be bad odds. But I'm a gambling man, Victoria, and I've got an eye for this now. What do you think? The truth. No, I'm talking about the subjects, Vicky. I'm not talking about the subjects, Vicky. I'm talking about the numbers. I've been keeping track on how many bodies we process every day and every week, and the number fluctuates, but never too much. 1 and 3 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 2, 1 and 1 and 2, and then 10. I just look at the charts I left on your desk. Oh, just look at the charts I left on your desk. You can see for yourself that's a pattern. You see, right? Oh, they're totally people. Look, there's shoes and shit. Yeah. Ah, so when they were, look at all that. Are they loading them in? Or are they bringing them? You think they're going up and into here? And then they heat them up or something?
Welcome to Human Emporium Arlington.
It's like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, no, they are going in.
My name is Dr. Marion Blakeslee, and I'd like to congratulate you all on volunteering for this important activity.
I mean,
Whatever your past,
I guess squishing them into a square and melting them down is the best way to get rid of them, but hey, thank you for following, man. Appreciate it. Alright, elevator time. Reach the admin level. Send the override authorization from Blakely's terminal. Blakesy's terminal. This is probably gonna be locked, right? This is the exit? Yeah. Oh, no. HIA Visitation Protocols. Human Auditing and Inquiry Facility was a dedicated research facility and houses a considerable quantity of hazardous materials, machinery, and personnel. As such, no external visitors are to be permitted at any time, absent express written permission from HIA testing supervisor Dr. Marion Blanksley. If you suspect a visitor does not have the appropriate credentials, please observe the following procedures. 1. Stay calm. 2. Notify nearby security personnel of your suspicions. 3. Wait for security personnel and/or equipment to finish disposing of the visitor. Complete an incident report per official guidelines. Remember to use Spacer's Choice approved formatting and language. At no point should you leave your workstation unattended. Leaving your workstation unattended will be considered a severe security breach and may result in a fine and/or summary termination of your employment with Spacer's Choice. Your supervisor has posted the following addendums. Right, that's the official shit. If we do get visitors, inform me at once. If they're from other departments, if it's for Dr. Ambrose, don't get in her way, but log her every move. If it's Clarence Mosley, keep him at reception. I'll come down in person to see this law-given miracle for myself. If Jasper Lowe, or anybody else from Chem turns up, let them stew at reception. I'll send Assistant Morley down eventually. Messages. From Blakesley. Subject, HIA Visitation Protocols. Update. HIA is in lockdown for the notice. Don't let anyone into the facility until the escaped volunteers are located. I'm going to check volunteer induction for any sign of our fugitives. If you receive any keycard access notifications in the next 20 minutes, ignore them. Dr. Marion Blanksley. You think Blanksley was the one who let them out? Okay, that's sealed, so that's not the right way to go. Which means forward. I don't know how big this area is. I might not be able to finish this tonight. User Morley B. Messages. Oh God. There's so many messages. From Ruane A. Concerns. This isn't about a few volunteers, Morley. Most of test group SC-22A is already gone. Subject 17 is non-verbal, but we've had some luck using small amounts of the compound to coax him into the testing room. To be honest, some of the staff are starting to worry me too. It's not just that goal and disposal either. Weaver's convinced that the computer's getting into the compound's getting into the ventilation system somehow. I've caught her scrubbing her hands raw at the washing stations. I've tried reciting our safety protocols to her, but it hasn't seemed to help. I'm starting to think she might not be wrong. From Blanksley. Morley. Pick out 2 of the deceased test subjects and whip up condolence letters. Something saccharine and noble. Feel free to invent next of kin if there are none on record. Use cheap paper. Leave the letters on my desk. I'll dispose of them shortly. Dispose of them? Are they making letters just to throw them away? Outgoing messages. To all. Personnel. Subject termination notices. This notice is to inform all HIA staff that testing associate Angus Ruane is no longer at Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals employee, effective immediately. As a valued member of Spacer's Choice family, I trust that you will all pull together to shoulder Mr. Ruane's responsibility in his place. For optics, yeah, but if he's just going to throw him away, no one's going to see him, no? To Blakesley M. Subject Incident Report. Dr. Blanksley. The missing test subject has been found and apprehended. Apparently, he got into the testing department where he remained. I'm afraid nobody noticed for several hours. Hennessy had him doing paperwork. I think it's clear at this point that test subject SC-44B-12 didn't get out on his own. As far as we can tell, he didn't have much of an escape plan. The door was simply unlocked for a short period of time during the night. In the meantime, I've made it clear to the security forces that no further breaches will be tolerated. Archived messages. From Blakesley M. Subject delete this. You want to think you care? Yeah, I guess so. Morley, how do I delete this message? Dr. Marion Blanksley. Clarence, the latest test results are in. As you hoped, you'll find that the violent cases now account for a smaller overall percentage of the testing pool. I expect that will change in about 2 or 3 weeks, so you better get that report out to Goodfellow in a hurry. In the meantime, dosing all the test subjects means that HIA is now in the business of generating aggressive psychotics. If you could take 2 minutes out of your fundamentally pointless existence to somehow make it clear to Mr. Goodfellow that I need an update on those resources I requested, as well as the matter of additional security, increased oversight at Chem, or any kind of explanation for what the fuck. And the message doesn't finish. Return to messages. Deleted messages. Let's see, from Blanksley M. Read me. Morley, if you receive any communications from Dr. Ambrose, ignore them. Also, notify me at once. Don't piss yourself worrying. It won't come up in your assessments. Read at once. Morley, no word from OCI. We'll keep thing going as we are. I say something to the staff. Break out that list of prepared statements I gave you. I suggest number 4. Remember to smile. I'm heading down to oversee today's testing personally. I'll make sure I'm not disturbed. Really put a lot of lore into these, don't they? Is that where I came in? Yeah, that's upstairs. Yeah, so the only door is right here.
Did you enjoy the show? I didn't. You should have left Gorgon in its grave, where it belongs. Now I'm afraid I have to find a permanent way to put you down.
Oh, I'm quaking in my boots. Come and threaten us face to barrel, will you?
I don't know how much more of this I can take, Captain. I'm about to chew my own hands off with nerves.
I don't know if you want to be making not threats, provoking him. All right, this is the phonograph we were looking for.
Yeah, there you are. Is this... It's off, right? I don't understand these contraptions.
Dr. Blakesley, ma'am, I've come to say that it's time. I'm gonna do it.
Do what?
I'm gonna try for one of the shuttles.
You little shit. You've lost your mind.
If I can just make it to the landing pad, I'll be free.
Be reasonable, Morley. The project is almost over. We'll be out of here by October.
Ma'am, it's January. You're recording, by the way.
Damn it!
Broken datapad. Our first test group should be here in a few hours. In just a few hours. I suppose I should be catching up on sleep, but it's more important to mark the occasion. I really think we can achieve something here. Every citizen of Halcyon wants to be one of us, deep down. If this compound can restore industry and work ethic, even to outlaws and miscreants, we won't need places like TARDIS anymore. Dissidents will be a thing of the past. Chem has sent over its first shipment of this mystery drug, and the testing chambers are operational. Once we've proven our methods, it will be much easier to convince OCI to invest in better equipment. The remaining entries are inaccessible. Alright, well, the next thing we need to do is use this terminal, but I think I'm going to say that's the end for today. Did that even save? It did save. Okay. So, thank you guys for watching. We got a lot done today. I kind of thought we would finish Gorgon today, but I guess not. We still have a fair amount to go if this is 1/2 of gaining access to the final area, and we don't even know what's in the final area, so thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you sticking around. Boy, I don't know what to say. Anyway, you guys have a good night, and hopefully I catch you later. Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of this video. I know that some of the VODs can get a little bit long, so I do appreciate you sticking around. I'd like to ask real quick if you have a friend or someone close to you who you think would like a clip or a portion or even the whole stream, please feel free to reach out to them and share this with them. I'm always looking for more respectful people to come hang out and have some fun. If you've already done that or want to help me out some other way, feel free to check out the video description for some other ways you can help support me. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.